The last call. The phone rang at 2:47 a.m. Not vibrated. Not buzzed. It rang. A sharp, old-fashioned ringtone echoed through the silent room, slicing through my sleep like a blade. I stared at my phone on the bedside table, heart pounding. No one ever called me this late. No one should. The screen lit up. Unknown caller. I hesitated. My fingers felt numb as I picked it up. "Hello," I whispered. For a moment, there was only static, soft, crackling breaths on the other end. Then a voice spoke. "Why didn't you stop me?" My blood ran cold. The voice was mine. Same tone. Same hesitation. Same fear. "This isn't funny," I said, sitting up. "Who is this?" A low, broken laugh came through the speaker. "You know who this is," the voice replied. "I'm you, from the end." Before I could speak, the call disconnected. I stared at the screen, my reflection faintly visible, pale, shaking, terrified. I tried calling back. "This number does not exist." I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I checked my call logs again and again. No record. No missed call. No unknown number. It was like it never happened. Until that night. At exactly 2:47 a.m., the phone rang again. Same ringtone. Same unknown caller. This time, I answered immediately. "You're going to die tonight," the voice said, calm and tired. "I'm calling to warn you." I laughed nervously. If this is a prank, it's not funny. Silence. Then, crying. Real crying. Heavy, broken sobs that sounded painfully familiar. I didn't listen, the voice whispered. I ignored the signs, the knocks, the shadows, the reflection that moved when I didn't. A faint sound echoed through the call. Knock, knock. My bedroom door. I froze. "I don't hear anything," I whispered, though my heart said otherwise. "Don't turn around," the voice begged. "Please, don't turn around." The call ended. My phone slipped from my hand. Behind me, the mirror across the room reflected my bed. And someone standing beside it. It looked like me, but its eyes were hollow. And it was smiling. The phone rang one last time. From the floor, the caller ID read. Me. I never answered. The police later said I died of a heart attack at 2:48 a.m. But my phone history shows one outgoing call made at 2:47 a.m. to a number that doesn't exist. I didn't die. That's what I kept telling myself when I opened my eyes. The room was the same walls, same mirror, same bed, but something was wrong. The air felt thick, heavy, like I was breathing through water. My phone lay on the floor where it had fallen, its screen cracked, yet glowing. 2:47 a.m. The time hadn't changed. My heart was still racing, still beating. I lifted my shaking hand and pressed it to my chest. Alive. Then why hadn't the night ended? The phone rang. This time, the sound didn't come from the speaker. It came from inside my head. Phone ringing. I screamed and grabbed the phone, answering without looking. "Why are you still here?" the voice asked. Not mine this time. It sounded older, deeper, like several voices speaking through one throat. "You said I died," I whispered. A slow, wet laugh filled my ears. "You did. But death isn't the end. It's the handover." The mirror across the room began to fog up. Words slowly appeared as if written by invisible fingers. "Take my place." "I don't understand," I said, backing away. "You will," the voice replied. Just like I did. The phone vibrated violently in my hand. Images flashed across the screen, memories that weren't mine. A man sitting alone in a dark room. A phone ringing at 2:47 a.m. A voice warning him. A mirror smiling back. "I was the last one," the voice whispered. "Now it's your turn." The bedroom door creaked open. I never heard footsteps, but I felt something crawl into the room. The mirror showed it clearly. A shadow shaped like a human, but stretched. Twisted, its limbs bending the wrong way. Its face was my face, peeling, broken, wrong. "Don't let it touch you," the voice begged. "If it does, you'll become the caller." My phone buzzed again. Incoming call, unknown. I dropped the phone and ran. The hallway outside my room was longer than it should have been. The walls pulsed like they were breathing. Old clocks hung crookedly, all stuck at 2:47. Every door I passed whispered my name. I slammed into the bathroom and locked it, collapsing against the door. My reflection stared back at me from the mirror. It blinked. I didn't. "You can't escape time," my reflection said, smiling wider than my face could ever smile. "You already made the call." "I never called anyone," I screamed. The reflection raised its hand. My phone rang again. And this time, It was ringing from the mirror. Part 3 is coming, the reflection whispered. And it ends with you dialing the number. The lights went out. The mirror cracked. And my phone began dialing by itself. Phone calling. The phone finished dialing. I didn't choose the number. My fingers never moved. Yet the call connected. The ringing stopped, and someone answered. Hello. A whisper. Afraid. Half asleep. I recognized the breathing before the voice. It was me. Not reflection me. Not shadow me. The real me, before the first call. No, I whispered. This isn't possible. The mirror behind me shattered completely, glass raining across the floor. In the broken shards, I saw dozens of versions of myself, each holding a phone, each terrified, each fading into darkness. You finally remember, the voice on the call said, now calm, resigned. This is how it starts. Memories flooded back. Not dreams. Not visions. Memories I had forgotten. I remembered the first time I received the last call. I remembered laughing it off. I remembered ignoring the warnings. I remembered turning around. I remembered dying at 2:48 a.m. And then, I remembered waking up again. Always at 2:47. The voice on the phone began to cry. I don't want to do this, it said. Please tell me how to stop it. My chest tightened. Because I knew the answer. There is no stopping it, I whispered. There's only continuation. The thing behind the walls began to move. I could hear it now, scratching, crawling, breathing between seconds of time. It needs a voice, I continued. A warning, a witness. The reflection in the remaining glass smiled. That's what we are. The room started to collapse inward, folding like paper. The clocks melted off the walls, dripping down in black liquid. Every surface showed my face, older, paler, hollow. What happens to me? The voice asked. I closed my eyes. You'll try to survive, I said softly. And you won't. The silence on the line was unbearable. Then the voice whispered, when? I looked at my phone. 2:47 a.m. Now. The call disconnected. The phone vibrated once more. Incoming call, unknown. I didn't answer. I couldn't. Because I felt it then, the cold pull in my chest, like something unplugging me from my body. My reflection stepped forward from the glass, merging with me, dissolving me. The room faded. The fear faded. Only the ringing remained. Somewhere, a phone rang at 2:47 a.m. Someone stared at their screen. Someone hesitated. And I finally understood my purpose. I am not the victim. I am not the warning. I am the reason the phone rings.